Hi, I'm Vicky McCall and I do equine bodywork and movement retraining. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the movement training that I do and share some videos of the stuff that I've been doing with this one particular horse that I've been working with. The end of this video is going to have the last ride that I had on her recently, which is really the beginning of the next stage of her training. To most people it's not going to look very impressive, but that's kind of the point of why I'm putting this together. Retraining the body and undoing dysfunction takes a lot of time. You're dealing with both physical and mental trauma that's been stored in the body for years, and unfortunately that takes some time to undo, and there are no shortcuts to doing it. This horse in particular is an off-the-track thoroughbred. She's been diagnosed with kissing spine, and when I came into the picture she had not been under saddle for about 6 months. She had had extensive vet workup done and some injections and treatments and stuff, and some attempts to retraining her using more conventional training methods. When she was under saddle before, she was running backwards, running sideways, spinning, not willingly moving forward, and she dumped her owner quite badly, bucking her off. So when I first started with this horse, she was in a constant state of tension, certainly along her top line. She struggled with vertical and horizontal balance. She would lead with and lean over her inside shoulder when she was on a curved track. She had a bit of a tightrope walk where she would, place one hoof in front of the other with both her front and hind feet. All the movement patterns that I asked her to do was very difficult for her starting out, but it actually didn't take her that long to learn to do all this stuff in hand. But then when it came time for me to get on her and start riding her again, I noticed, or it became very obvious, that she had no idea about the meaning of the bit. So whenever you applied a little bit of pressure to the bit, especially on the left rein, she would curl her neck, bring her chin in towards her chest, and really dive down, bear down on that inside or the left rein, and really get over that inside or the left shoulder, and honestly feel like she was going to fall over because her balance got so shifted forward. So getting under saddle was difficult for her. I had to re-educate her on the meaning of the bit and create a better relationship to it. But slowly but surely she started to understand the concept of laterally yielding the neck or giving the neck bending or flexing at the pole and maintaining suppleness and softness through the body. So this last video is probably not going to look very impressive to a lot of people, but for this mare, it's a huge deal. This was a pleasant ride. We were riding out on the field, a little bit uneven terrain, and she wasn't tripping at all, which she used to do a lot. She maintained a steady rhythm. She stayed supple and soft through her body. I was able to touch the reins without her curling her neck and bringing her chin in towards his chest and really falling on the forehand. And overall, it was just a pleasure. It was nice, and I think she felt happy, she was relaxed, and I think she felt successful at the end of the ride. And that's the big thing with these kind of horses, to get them to a point where they feel successful in what we're asking them to do. So this is the point where she is at the very beginning stages of being able to go back to a more traditional training program. I'm not a trainer. I do movement training, but I don't do lessons in training of horses going up the levels. But with these kind of horses, they need the patience, and they need to be given time for these new movement patterns to be established, for the old bad memories to fade away. They're not gone, and they can easily be brought back. So for this mare, it's going to be very important for her to be allowed to move forward, daring to let go of her a little bit, and encouraging that the steady rhythm, just balancing, keeping stuff very simple until she becomes comfortable and get confidence and a good relationship to her rider again.